Ferry Corsten.
Well, here we go, guys. Welcome to the special edition of Resonation Radio, a 3-hour edition of my music, and just a glimpse for you to see what the F is all about, what we do at the live show. I'm not just here by myself. Of course, I've got my wingman right here with me, Jesse Hammond.
Yo!
Lots of fun things coming up today, including special guests like Armin van Buuren, Joris Voorn, Ruben de Ronde, Geronimo Snijtheuvel. I also had an online interview with Obe Fernandez, the CEO of Record Shop, who unfortunately couldn't make it into the studio tonight. But in the interview, we talked about what Record Shop really is and the job that I did with them. But first things first, music. And I'm afraid I will say my name a lot tonight. This is Ferry Corsten and live in a Patrick Plays remix.
Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
You know, every time I look at the moon, I think of those eyes, how you held me so tight, and under that same moon is where I fell for you, is where I opened up my heart. Now I'm standing all alone under a moon. What happened to me and you? Dreamt us up in a lie, we played it every night. All we needed was a little more time, and under that same light is where I fell for you, is where I opened up my heart. Now I'm standing all alone under a moon. What happened to me and you? Where did our summer go? That's all I wanna know. Promises swept away, love that we never made.
Amazing to see so many people of you tuning in to this special episode of Resonation Radio, the What the F episode. I just played my track Trust, followed by Homeward.
I feel you're going to say my track a lot in this episode as well.
Yes, me too.
Hey, this episode is all about your new tour, What the F, which we kicked off in London. But the next month, June is coming up, and you have many shows then, right?
All open to close shows with Just My Music, What the F. We start in Dallas and Houston. The week after that, Rio de Janeiro. The week after that, Denver and New York. And in between, there's more club shows and stuff. But these are the highlights.
The What the F shows of June. Guys, let us know on Twitter or Instagram in which city you want to see What the F. Or if you're already attending one of the What the F shows. We're really, really curious.
Me, for sure. Hey, now playing my track with Lovely called Our Moon in the Proto Culture remix.
Resonating from around the globe. Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
can't remember when I got up and saw the light of day. I'm staring at these curtains, they've been shut since you walked away. I didn't know love could break you and make you bleed, crush you then cut you deep. I can't remember when I got up and saw the light of day. They say time is a healer, life is a teacher, show you the way. They say time is a healer, making you stronger. Well, if that's the case, then how am I still here? Then how am I still here? Time is a healer, making you stronger. Well, if that's the case, then how am I still here? Time is a healer, life is a teacher. Time is a healer, life is a teacher.
Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
So, what a moment this is.
Welcome in your own studio.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Armin van Buuren, give it up for Armin.
What's up, guys? Hello.
Hey, my first question is that I have right now. How does it feel to be me? Because I know now how it feels to be you. I'm in your place normally.
Yeah, I mean, I was just telling people in the hallway because they were saying the same thing. And I told them, like, the reason we built this studio, because it's not only my studio, by the way, is the dream was to have a hub for more DJs.
Yeah.
And so far, you're the only one who said yes.
Well,
so I'm actually happy that you do this. I think this is a great way to promote the music that we love and dance music in general. And that was always the dream. You know, it was never meant to be my studio or the ASOT studio. It's meant to be a dance music studio to promote dance music, not only from Armada or whatever, but for yourself or other DJs too.
And that is what it is. I mean, the facility here is just amazing with all the stuff you can do with the light as well. You know, just can give it like, maybe if Flores is listening right now, you can give it a bit of a disco light feel as well. But yeah, I mean, I never really said it in such a way. There we go. But I really want to say thank you for having given me this opportunity to use this studio for my /our radio show as well, Resonation.
On behalf of the listeners as well, because they really think we stepped up our game being in the studio since 1.5 years.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, I think everybody benefits from it. You know, let's face it. And I just hope that your fans will love this, and hopefully more DJs will come here. You know, and make beautiful dance music radio, because that's what we want. You know, I'm besides everything. You know, forget Armin the DJ. I'm a fan. You know, I've been a fan of you for a long time. Obviously, I'm a fan of dance music, and it doesn't matter if it's a small upcoming DJ or an established name. If I hear something that I love, then you know, not a lot of people know this, for example. I never told this to anybody, but I go to Awakenings, for example.
Oh, wow.
Right.
As a guest, because I love techno. But
you put on a Yoda mask or something?
Yeah. No, I put a cap on, and I'm just, I love dancing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do it because people recognize me and it gets
You
uncomfortable
can, you
sometimes.
can,
but
you don't get to dance. Then.
no, but I think it's important to be a fan, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this radio. I listen to your show, of course,
Awesome.
and I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks, man.
So
Hey, speaking of a great job, I think it's about time that you are going to be doing a really big job in Ziggo Dome.
oh yeah, next week.
Tell us a bit more.
Well,
What you
initially,
can tell.
initially we wanted to do a show around balance, my last album. So we did a bus tour in America, and this was way too expensive. So it's the first tour I actually lost money on. So the show was ready. And the end of January, I did my last show in San Francisco. It was amazing, and we was to rehearse with all the artists and everything. And then COVID happened.
Oh, yeah, we all know that.
So
happened.
I couldn't do the show,
Yeah.
and I felt really bad. So we had to postpone it. So last year, I still had the Balance tour on the shelf, and okay, it's going to happen 1 year later, no problem. And then it didn't happen again.
No.
And in the meantime, I created so much new music that I told my management team. I said, I don't think I want to do the Balance show anymore. I think I want to do something new because I created so much music in the studio. And music is much more personal, and Balance is a great album. I'm super proud of it, but it's something I did 2 years ago. So I decided to skip the entire show.
So basically, you made so much music that you needed to do 5 shows in Ziggo Dome.
Well, the five shows were already sold out
Yeah,
when he started it, and we decided to do an all ages thing. I'm actually really nervous because we did the show in the UK a couple of months ago. We tested it musically, and but we didn't have a lot of time to rehearse like with a bus tour in the US. And I have so much new music, so I'm a little afraid with all the new music how the people are going to like it, because it's not the Balance show, it's a whole new show. Yeah,
But it's called This Is Me now as well, right?
No, the first show was called This Is Me as well, because I wanted to show the people that it's different than Armin Only. It's not like Armin Only was a showcase with a lot of acts on stage and stuff, but I felt I needed to tell a more personal story. So and then Feel Again happened when I was doing a writing session in LA with Steven Rebel, and then I decided that I'm throwing away the entire show
and come up with something brand new.
And
Amazing, man.
Speaking about Feel Again, that's going to be released this Friday, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
and it's also that is complete. I mean, it's dance music still, but it's slower BPM and very personal song. Because I'm writing more of my lyrics. I think you're doing the same as well. Ferry,
yeah.
And I get a lot of satisfaction from that. Not doing the same thing. Of course, I will always make trance music, and I love it. But I think I also need to sort of try to see where my musical boundaries are, as I can hear in your music as well. You grow a little older, and the ideas change in your head, like your musical taste changes, and I have piano lessons from Geronimo, as you know.
Yeah.
He's my piano teacher.
Amazing. Yeah.
I met him here in the hallway. It's really funny because he just came from my house teaching my son piano lessons.
He came right here and you didn't know.
Yeah, I know. I missed my piano lessons because I was here today.
That's awesome.
But I love it. I love taking piano lessons.
It's good. I mean,
learning.
making music is one thing. Knowing music theory is another thing. But putting the two together and having the mechanical skills, which is also something I really don't own.
No, exactly.
But it's one thing, and to just get that extra training, I think, especially now with all the MIDI packs out there and this and the sample packs and stuff, it's great to give yourself that training, I would say.
Yeah.
So another fun memory, I would say.
Well, a fun memory of you guys. One together.
One, quickly.
So many.
Yeah, but I would instantly go to the Exhale, making of the Exhale video in the yellow field. Record cases on our backs.
Yeah. And what
everything.
color was your trousers before you went in?
His trousers.
Oh, his trousers.
Yellow.
I look like a little raver. I still am. It proves my point.
Yeah. Another fun memory is making this track with you, man. In the studio. Da, 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 da. It was just fun.
I remember this. Yeah. I remember that when we were both like walking into this memory, and you looked at me, I looked at you like. This was way before the triplet thing in Psytrance.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Psytrance was still very underground, and the whole Vini Vici thing didn't happen yet. And we came up with this one, and I looked at Ferry like,
sort of like scared.
what happened?
Now what?
Well, thank you so much for coming down. I'm really looking forward to your shows next week.
Absolutely, man. All the best with the shows.
Thanks, guys.
And catch you very soon.
For sure. Good luck with the Resonation show and What the F.
Thanks so much, man.
Thanks.
See you soon. Ciao.
Resonation Radio.
You
You're listening to the special 3-hour What the F takeover on Resonation Radio, and we see that you are tuning in from all over the world. Let us know on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever is your platform, and let us know where you are tuning in from right now or what you are doing.
So
And as the music continues, the studio has filled up nicely.
Yes, finally. They were all waiting outside, and I was like, come in, because we do this special live stream as well for the people over here to enjoy.
Absolutely. As you can
like
hear, there's some background living room noise, and we found this one in the living room.
Yeah,
Ruben the Ronda.
Welcome,
It's
guys.
nice
a
to
little
be
bit of
here.
applause, please.
No, it's super nice to be here, man. And I just told that it's the first time I'm standing on this side. I think Armin had the same feeling.
We
He
had
was
the
like,
same conversation with Armin, like, hey man.
but on the other side, it feels totally different because the lights here are a little bit more intimate. And,
Yeah.
it's nice.
But I guess that's always nicer.
Yeah. So yeah,
Is the view better too or not?
the view is amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
one. How you been, man? How was EDC Vegas for you?
Yeah, it was amazing. Flew in on Saturday morning and I left on Sunday morning again. So I was there for 22 hours, but the vibe was insane, man. You were there as well. You played after me,
Yeah,
of
it
course.
was really good. Yeah.
I ended on 138, and you were so surprised. You were like, "What are you doing?"
I was like, Ruben before me is a perfect fit because I don't really play that fast anymore since a long time actually.
I was
but,
like, surprise.
And here you go, buddy.
Yeah, no.
Take this.
The stage design of Dream State was amazing, and the crowd. I don't know, man. You could just put a chair down there, just look at all the people, all the ravers. They did so much effort into dressing up and stuff like that. So EDC is an experience that I think everybody needs to have at least once.
It's candy to the eye.
Yeah, literally.
So EDC was a big show for you, but I heard you have another big show for yourself coming up real soon too.
Yes, next week, 4th of June in Venlo in Grenswerk in the south of the Netherlands. I'm going to play it open to close, 9 hours. I don't know how I'm going to survive that. Well, let's see. So there's a couple of challenges that I need to go through over there, but I think it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. Looking forward to it.
Make sure there's a bathroom nearby.
Yeah, I was also thinking like I'm old now, so I need to put a yoga mat down or something like that, so your back is not going to be hurt. So there's a lot of things that you need to
stretching
think
in the middle
about.
of your set. So guys, if you see Ruben stretch, like doing whatever, the
little break.
downward dog and stuff like that, like here we go. You know why? Hey,
exactly.
So you have another release coming up.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, together with Diana Miro. There's a tune,
Awesome.
I think I made it already before we created Bloodstream together. So
Okay,
it's one I created in the beginning of the lockdown together with her. I made 2 tracks. It's called Footprints. It's also going to be the track title of my album. It's coming out later this year. And exciting to have some new music out.
Cool, man. Well, looking forward to hearing that. I'm sure we're going to be playing that when we do our State of Trance together.
Exactly.
State of Trance, Resonation for sure. Just before we end this conversation, I want to know a funny moment that you guys have experienced together, or a funny moment together, or because you guys have been spending a lot of time together since the past 2 years.
Funny moment. Yeah.
I know we have like tons of funny moments, always commenting and stuff.
Yeah, I think we have a lot. We have the same kind of humor, but also I think one of the first times that we actually met and were talking was in the lounge in Moscow at the airport, and we were just looking at the food, and we were both like,
not this time.
Not this time. That was one of the first memories that I have together with Ferry, and yeah, lots of memories to be created in the future, of course.
Yes, sure thing.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for coming
thank you.
Good
to
luck,
the studio.
Good luck
Thank
with
you,
the show,
guys.
man. And see you very
See you
soon. All right, ciao. Right now we continue with Feel It.
that's gonna make you scream for more. From New York, London to Amsterdam, let's fuck, let's fuck, let's fuck. I wanna rock your body, rock.
your feedback. Your host, our Resonation. Resonation Radio.
So you can hear us live from all over the world. Argentina,
Australia,
Brazil,
France,
Germany,
Ireland,
you say that nicely, Italy,
Romania,
Spain, Ibiza,
the United Kingdom,
United States,
Venezuela,
Switzerland,
Hungary,
and Israel. Super to have you with us, guys.
Yeah, so cool that we're on the FM radio station in all those countries, but also obviously wherever you are, you can listen on the live stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Yep. Hey, as many of you know, we dropped my music digital collection earlier tonight as an NFT type of thing, and I'm absolutely flabbergasted to tell you that the whole collection has been sold out already. So
it's crazy. I was like thinking we have this script here, so I was like, okay, we got to tell people that we just dropped it, and before we could even tell them, like it's sold out already.
So no need to tell anymore.
No, but we can tell actually.
Yes. However,
there is a marketplace, so people on Record Shop can go to the marketplace. You can trade, sell, buy cards. So if you make certain card combinations, you can still win many prizes like guest list.
If you have any doubles and you're still looking for another, pack of cards or cards that you can trade them to make your collection complete.
Yeah, because for the big collection, for the whole collection, obviously, if you have that complete, we have this massive prize. But also with certain combinations, we're not going to tell you which combinations. You can win guest lists, merchandise.
Yep. All these cool stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, but we will let you know, inform you actually about Record Shop a little later in the show with the CEO of Record Shop, Obi Fernandez. He's going to tell you exactly what this whole thing is about. But first, Ferry Corsten and Follow You.
your feedback. Your host, our Resonation. Resonation Radio.
Why does my soul feel so bad? Why does my heart feel so bad? Why does my soul feel so bad?
Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
You just heard my track Mokara with Kira and Macaulay, followed by my remix from a long time ago, Why Does My Heart Feel So Bad by Moby.
Hey, what the F is all about, only your music during a whole night open to close. And what I noticed during the opening in London is that your music has been so diverse over the years. It's not been only trance. Really, your first track under your own name was electro, really punk.
Punk was more like an electro track than anything else, really.
Yeah, so I'm really curious to the fans. We opened a poll on Twitter and on Instagram stories.
All right.
What genre, aside from trance, would you identify Ferry with?
That's a good question. You know, I don't think even I know that myself, to be honest.
No, so we have 3 options, and I don't even think that even captures all the options out there. But we have techno, house, or progressive. So out of those 3, what would you think would fit most with Ferry? And if you're not agreeing with any of those at all, just let us know by replying on it.
Yeah, or don't. Anyway, guys, right now playing Twice in the Blue Moon.
Resonating from around the globe. Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
And we have a very special guest in the studio again, but this one...
He's not from the studio itself.
No, and it's not from the same type of music that I normally do. Joris Voorn.
Very excited. Welcome, Joris.
Thank you.
Hey man,
Nice
thanks
to
for
be
coming by. It's great to see you here.
Yeah, so it's very close to where I live, so it's pretty easy.
It wasn't an effort, I think. How you been, man?
Yeah, really good actually.
I'm seeing you all over the internet, on socials, everywhere, in
All over
every
the world.
party I think there is. You are playing. It's crazy.
Well, not that many, but thankfully, everything's back to life. So
Yeah.
try to make hay when the sun shines, I think.
Very good. And your music is just, going well.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I think COVID was also a good time. Let's not speak about it too much, but it was a nice time to really dive back into making lots of music because, traveling can be quite tiring sometimes, and then music comes kind of second place.
Yeah. And I've, some of the photos that I've seen just pass by. What I see in your studio, you work with like a lot of analog gear and tape. You do everything on tape as well? or?
I had a phase where I was like, I need a tape machine.
I need it.
And then I bought it and was like, shit, damn, this is a lot of work. So it's just sitting in a corner looking nice. And everyone thinks that I'm a very smart guy with a tape machine.
I thought that too.
Exactly.
It's different now, but...
Well, speaking about studio setup, I'm really curious what you have coming up for the next few weeks, months, release-wise.
A lot of stuff, As I mentioned, the last 2 years I've made a lot of music, and I've started working kind of in the way that I used to make music when I started producing, which is just synthesizer and a mixer and just a drum machine, and just put everything in a loop and start meshing with.
Just put down what you feel.
Yeah, just like records, just multi-track this time. Back in the days it was only stereo.
Yeah.
But and I think like this, a new kind of techno project started, which is going to be released I think in about a week.
Cool.
First release.
What's it called?
It's called Version, which is with 2 I's instead of the E.
Okay.
All names from my own, all letters from my own name, and it was the plan was to make kind of dubby techno, but like it just went off the rails, and now it's just like full on techno.
But I think it's one of those things that's in many ways sort of like forgotten to just put stuff on loop, and maybe that happens more on your sound. You just go for it and pick the best bits.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I think it happens a lot in the more underground side of things. Where it's kind of a very 90s approach to techno music. I feel the more like upper ground techno music is very calculated. It's really a lot about, it's almost like EDM, but a bit more heavy. But it's very calculated. It's really, like 16 bars of this, 16 bars, and then
very composed.
It's there's not so much chance anymore.
Yeah. Hey, something completely off topic.
I see some comments.
I love it. But you're a big snowboard fan.
I am now, yeah.
As am I. So that's just good. We should
should definitely shred one.
He's actually always saying to me like, "Oh damn, I see yours on snowboard again. I want to go too, Jesse. I want to go too." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not stopping you." The gig-wise, I want to know, because next week you have a pretty big gig here in Amsterdam.
Yes, Mark Cantina closing. I mean, it's not the final closing, but it's my last gig at the very famous and notorious Mark Cantina. Yeah.
So you're giving them an open to close.
I am, right? Yes, and I'm looking forward a lot. I've played so many great gigs there in the last, 8 years or something. Have you been, Ferry?
Nope. I still have to go there.
How was it your last time?
Oh, really? Okay. But you must have. You also didn't play like before what it was to Mark Cantina, or never?
No.
He was actually saying to me,
I feel really bad about it
once, and then I told him, well, it's going to close in a month.
Yeah. I should have gone really, but yeah.
Well, I know what it's like, like you don't really go clubbing, if you're DJing the weekends, there's just no more time.
Hey, probably a lot of people might wonder what's the connection between yours and Ferry. I think that's the track playing in the back. You're one of your recent singles.
Yes, exactly, yes. Well, actually, the funny thing is, I've been playing your Adagio.
Right.
I made like an edit. I played it so much.
Amazing.
It was a big favorite track of mine in the 90s. I always saw it on TMF and MTV and whatever.
Right.
With the video, with the leaves.
With the big tree and everything.
I remember I sent it to you because I was in Ibiza when you played it. And I went to Ferry like, hey, yours is playing your track. What's happening?
Amazing, man.
I just want to say one thing. We get a few comments in the YouTube and Twitch live stream that Ferry's fans think you're very handsome.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
It comes on a lot, so I just thought you ought to know.
Oh, that's off topic right there.
Definitely off topic.
Hey, amazing. But I mean, I still remember you calling me up or texting me for the parts of this track.
Yeah.
Because the fun fact is that the Navigator by the Tellurians, basically the original from 91 or 92, is actually my second ever release that I did with 3 other guys.
Yeah.
And so, to have you do this again and the way it sounds, I'm super honored with it, pleased with it.
Well,
the way it came out, it's just amazing.
I had the X-Trax version. I think I'm a little bit, I'm more like second, third wave of techno. So the 91 release, I didn't make it. I wasn't listening to techno at the time. But I got the X-Trax release, I think, with the a couple of remixes. And that one I really loved, and it's just a very hypnotic kind of thing. And I don't know why. I just was like, oh, let's just make an edit or a mix or whatever.
Well, I would just want to thank you because you made it possible for me to play it again as well. Because the original I wouldn't really play. So yeah, this is fantastic.
Oh, nice. Good to
Absolutely.
hear.
Hey, well, I want to say good luck with the show, with the techno project, and everything else that's coming up in the future. And
so much.
let's hit each other up if we're gonna do some
Yeah,
boarding.
we should do some snowboarding for sure. 100%.
And maybe some producing together.
Yeah,
Just
that'd
putting
be-
it out there.
That'd be nice.
Are yours, man. Thanks so
All
much
right,
for coming
take
by.
care.
Ciao.
Thank you so much.
Exit them.
are Resonation. Resonation Radio.
You tune into What the F special on Resonation Radio, where I just played Anna Hera. This was not by Ferry Corsten, but by Guriella. And before that, Fire.
I gotta say that you actually rebranded it to Ferry Corsten Presents Guriella, so it's still Ferry Corsten.
Actually, technically it is right now, yeah. Hey, I want to thank Rock Chang from Taiwan for his super chat on YouTube. And also Listek, who bought 30 What the F record shop packs.
No wonder they're sold out before the radio show started.
Yeah, I can only be very thankful, guys.
But you can still go to Marketplace.
Absolutely, keep trading there. Maybe you find the card you're missing. So it's a fun thing. Make sure you go to recordshop.com and find that trade there. In the meantime, speaking of which, let's switch to my interview with Obi Fernandez, the CEO of Record Shop, to talk about his company Record Shop and our collaboration together.
Resonating from around the globe. Resonation. This is Resonation Radio with your host, Ferry Corsten.
Hey Obi, how are you doing, man?
Good, Ferry. So good to be here with you.
Too bad you couldn't make it live to the show. We obviously had invited you to come over and be part of this and explain what Record Shop is all about. What is Record Shop? Can you explain what Record Shop means and is?
Yeah, Record Shop from the beginning has been a place where artists like you, and also like me, because I make music as well, can create digital collectibles that are valuable. What the NFT technology lets you do in non-scary terms is just to certify that a particular file or bundle of files is authentic, meaning you put it out and it's not a copy or stolen. And two, if you wanted to, it can indicate that it's limited edition. Like if you were buying a digital print to hang on your wall, a physical print to hang on your wall, a lot of times the artist will have signed it and put a little, 3 out of 500 or whatever.
Yeah.
And that gives it value. That's all NFT does.
Yeah.
On Record Shop. On other sites I can't speak about, but on Record Shop, that's all that it does, and that opens a world of possibilities.
So you can sort of compare it to like there's a limited collection of let's say vinyl, 500, and you just buy the one of 500, and that's numbered, and that's yours.
Exactly. What Record Shop is doing is allowing us to have a platform where you and me and record labels and DJs and producers can create that sort of thing again.
Yeah. Well, I guess
that hasn't been able to exist for decades.
That's true. And I guess it's also limitless with possibilities in terms of where you would buy a record, let's say a vinyl with a sleeve or maybe a double, and in the sleeve there's some cool stuff. Now you can add like all these real life things. Let's say you can add tickets to shows, a guest list, meet and greets, or other like special videos about cool stuff that is almost like a documentary type of thing that comes with that product.
Yeah, it's like the collector's edition Blu-ray concept,
right?
Where like we've already on Record Shop had collectibles where the artist is explaining how they made the track, and I think that's going to become more and more common, right? Like you'll have cameras in your studio. If you're collaborating with a vocalist, you might bring her in or him in and capture the moment that you nailed the hook.
Yeah.
That went into the song. That's super cool, right? Like even an artist as big as you might decide to put out earlier versions of the songs, right? Like I think that's super cool. Like the very first render you make of a track. So like if you could think of Record Shop as a combination, not just of Bandcamp where you sell your music, but with Discogs, which any vinyl lovers that are listening to this know Discogs is a place where you can flip your vinyl for sometimes a lot of money, right? Or you can find the really rare collectibles, sometimes rare, digital collectibles. That's kind of like those rare vinyls.
So within the Record Shop platform, you can actually trade, but you can actually sell stuff as well. So potentially make some money on the side. It really is like the new sort of way where artists can actually make a decent sort of earnings from their efforts in from the studio efforts, as well as the fans who buy that can potentially make some money on the side, but also get a lot more back in return than just the music, right?
Yeah, I always take care to make sure that people don't think it's just about the money. It's really not just about the money. It's the cool experience of owning music again, right? You know, the human psychology is still the same as it was, right? You still value stuff that you own more than stuff that you don't own. You know, just random things in a playlist. You don't value that, but what we've seen already, you know, it's a different experience. And I go, yeah, that's just like buying a CD 20 years ago.
Yeah, the same sort of like the anticipation, like what's gonna
you unwrap it, you know. And we took care. We're music lovers ourselves and DJs and producers, so we took care to recreate the experience of opening it.
Amazing. So recordshop.com,
recordshop.com.
I'm excited to have the What the F pack drop with you guys.
We're so excited as well.
Yeah, so let this be a first one of many. And
thank you so much, Ferry, and thanks for inviting me on the show.
Absolutely. See you soon.
Resonation.
And as part of the What the F pack with Record Shop, I made a new track, which is this one, and it's called You Can't Stop Me.
Baby, I will follow you forever, forever. Nowhere else I'd rather be. When you're lying next to me, let the music carry us together, 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 together,
Atoms are made in the insides of stars. Our planet, our society, and we ourselves are built of star stuff.
You know, it's really funny. I'm so into playing all these tracks that I just forget to talk. And it's you nodding, Ferry, hello.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to tap you on the shoulder. It's just like, can you see me, Ferry? I'm here.
Now you see me, now you don't. Now playing is my track Knocker. And right before that was Reborn. And before that, Beautiful. And I want to do a shout out to Kim from Norway. One of my absolute super fans. And I hope to see you soon. And I hope you're really enjoying and watching the show.
The funny part is that Kim went to the opening in London.
Yep.
Then he's going to Dallas and Houston next week.
Yeah.
And he bought tickets for all that before we announced that What The F is coming to his hometown.
Sorry, Kim.
So apparently, Kim, as many of you know, lives in Oslo, Norway, and Ferry will be on September 24 playing a What The F show in Oslo.
Yeah, and you know what? That's we discussed that last week on the show as well. I think it was one of the earliest countries I went to outside of Holland. You know, in my career. So
it's really UK and Norway, right?
Yeah, it's very nice to be back there, and you know, after so long, for sure.
I also have a question. We actually put a question on Twitter. Because sometimes, like EDC, you play a 1 hour set. And sometimes, especially What The F is a 5-6 hour set. Do you guys, the listeners, prefer a set by Ferry short and snappy or long and lasting?
Short and snappy or long and lasting?
Let us know on Twitter, Instagram. In Instagram stories, we have the question as well. I'm very curious, are you?
Me too, very much, yes. Hey, in a bit, we will show you what happens if you open one of the packs, the NFT packs that I just released with Record Shop today. But first, a banger called Cubicated after this.
your feedback. Your host, our Resonation. Resonation Radio. Resonating from around the globe. Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
What a vibe in this studio.
Yeah, I love how everyone, because at the start everyone was outside the studio. Then when Armin came in, they crawled in a little bit, and now they actually moved the table into the cameras to show how much fun it is.
It's next to the booth, really.
Yeah.
I would like to say thank you to LZ Chang from Vancouver for the super chat on YouTube. Amazing.
And I think, because we've been speaking about it a lot, and we know it's sold out, but if you go to Record Shop and want to open any pack, we just want to show you how it looks like to open one of the packs.
Yeah, so you can bring it on right there.
There we go.
There you go. When you do
We've
that,
got the cameraman here to show you.
you click on open, and there again, proceed to the pack. Open it. There we go.
If it's gonna open, it's not opening.
Leave it to leave it to.
Hello. Say some opening.
Is something happening? It's
not opening.
Not opening. Well, we will leave it sealed for now. To open it another day. When
maybe
when the value has gone up. You know
exactly. I'm gonna sell it. Oh no, I think
it's happening.
Yes,
there
it's
you
happening.
go. There we go. Party on. What's in the pack? It's like this surprise. You see 3 cards, and you can open them.
Card
bang.
1.
And then
You Can Stop Me.
There's all like more
new
cards
single.
in that. Like the set is there completely. It's You Can Stop Me. This is the new single that I just played. This like coincidence. There's a little video of how I explain what's happening, why I made the track. This goes with like a lot of other tracks. Rock Your Body Rock, Dimitri Vegas Like Mike remix, all special edits, all little videos. You have chances to win prizes if you have certain card combinations.
Because that's the thing. This is a pack with 3 cards, and you can trade the separate cards. So one of the 3 cards, if you say like, I got it already, I want a different one, trade it, sell it, or buy a different one, and maybe you win guest list to one of the many What The F shows also to come. Because I think we can say, Ferry, that we can't announce it yet, but you have a lot of What The F shows still unannounced to come up.
Yes, all coming up soon.
Around the globe.
We continue with Galaxia right here.
Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
So that was a short part of Galaxia left. But I feel we need to talk about something really different. A really, really good friend of mine right here, Geronimo Snijtsheuvel.
Woo-woo!
Hey, make some noise. Geronimo, you may know if you've been following my music more than Ferry Corsten, Gorilla, System F, you know that I have a project called Fair. On my last album, As Above, So Below, I've done a few tracks with Geronimo, who's a very, very, very talented, skilled classical musician. And I'm really proud to have him here in the studio to introduce him to you guys, because Geronimo has a very special project. Hey man, maybe you can let us in on the secret a little.
Okay.
What's going on?
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Great to see you and feel this vibe in the studio.
It's different.
And, yeah, it's really great to see you here. Yeah.
So the project you're working on, what is it exactly? I mean, you know, it's still secret, but what can you tell us?
Well, normally we take classical music and then make trance music of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what mostly happened. You know, you heard, Adagio for Strings just earlier as a good example.
And really works because of the great melodies, of course. And trance music is all about melodies, of course. And we try to do it the other way around now. So our publisher said, well, here's a list with 30 trance classics.
Right.
Make that your own style.
So, how can I say that? Instead of transify it, you
classify.
No, classify. You turn into a classical piece of music.
Well, it's sort of classical.
Yeah.
But the nice thing was because I didn't know all your names, I said, well, this resonates with me. Ferry Corsten.
Right.
System F.
Yeah.
Guriella. This guy, Ferry Corsten. This is what I like, you know? These four things. Yeah. It's incredible that it's all your music.
Right.
That's so...
Because you just told me you didn't even know Ferry Corsten.
I didn't know
was Ferry.
that it was Ferry. And I just picked it because I liked the sound. I liked how it was composed.
Right.
And I said, well...
I think the passion that I feel with music, especially for trance, it is already almost a classical composition on its own, right? So to hear that from someone who's really from the classical space, basically, it's really cool.
Well, it's incredible what you did, because the melodies are so special, and the audience feels it, and that's that's what we want to create also with this new album. Is that we try to focus on that feeling you get from trance music. Of course, it is not trance music. It's more like classical or neoclassical music. But what we try to do is take this flow.
Yeah.
Because trance music is all about dancing and getting into a flow and be really
with the music and everything. Yeah.
Party. And what we try to do is take the same flow, but then take it back like an introvert version of it.
Yeah.
It's totally deconstructed.
Absolutely. So I have the pleasure and the honor, basically, to be able to play the first piece that you made, which is a cover or like a rework. I don't want to say cover. That's not that doesn't do it justice. It's a rework of System F Out of the Blue, but then Geronimo style. Guys, you got.
I like that Geronimo style.
Yeah, you got to hear this.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Way more to come soon, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Where can people look this up and follow you?
Well, on YouTube, it's now, I think, and on Insta
as Geronimo.
Yeah, that's Geronimo official. Yeah, you can find it there.
Guys, Geronimo official. This is Geronimo.
Thank you very much, man.
Out of the Blue.
Thank you.
All right.
I stay awake until the first glimmer of sun hits the horizon. I am afraid of the dark. No one to talk to, only my own thoughts to live with. My mind going to dark places. sun hits the horizon. I am afraid of the dark. No one to talk to, only my own thoughts to live with. My mind going to dark places. I wonder if I'll ever grace the sky with you forever, when it feels like we are clouds caught in heavy, stormy weather.
Resonating from around the globe. Resonation Radio. Ferry Corsten.
Well, guys, that's almost it for 3 hours of a What the F special on Resonation Radio.
I remember when we did this 1.5 years ago, when we closed Corsten Scout, and you were playing the same track. It just flies by.
Yeah, no. Amazing, guys. I'm sure there were tons of requests that I haven't played tonight, but 3 hours of something that could be like an 8-hour open to close or a 6-hour open to close.
That's the thing. You actually have to apologize for not playing so many of your tracks, but you even had a hard time putting it in 6 hours for London.
Yes, you know, by going through all the music from like 2 decades and more, you know, I think I ended up with like well over 15 hours of playable music that I had to sort of like rinse down to 6 hours for a set, and now back to 3. So apologies for if your choice wasn't here tonight, but you may find it in one of the upcoming What the F shows.
100%.
Before we let you go, thank you list, of course, Leonard and Rob from Radio Push.
Vez and Joe from Urban Rebel.
That's how we do it? Okay. Emma Catherine from Liaison Artists.
Without them, you wouldn't have so many What the F shows in the US next week.
Taj and James from Assured.
Leah and Jessica on the social team.
And Yuri from Flashover and Resonation.
Kia, Max and Flores from Team Armada, who are making sure this stream is happening right now.
And Joy, where is she? The legend. That comes from Flores. Joy, the legend, who makes everyone make sure everyone is comfortable and watered.
Watered. Everyone who's here in the studio tonight for the special night. And well, and we're missing one big person. Well, a lot of persons.
Of course, not to forget all the radio partners that we had for this show. Thank you so much, guys, in all the countries that we were broadcasting live tonight. Amazing. And last but not least, all of you who listened, who tuned in, joined us tonight, and hopefully see you soon in one of the What the F shows.
Or the regular shows.
We end with this beautiful track, one of my personal favorites, Eternity.
We have one more thank you to get, and she's very right. Thank you, Record Shop, without the vowels.
We have to say thank you, Record Shop. Everybody, the whole team there, really plowing through. Amazing. Thanks for making this drop happen, and be part of
on Twitter Spaces.
You're
there with them as well at 11 p.m. CEST.
Yeah, and thanks for being part of the radio show, Record Shop. Thanks so much, guys. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.
Resonation.